Welcome, we're about to get started here just shortly, doing a mic check. Sounds good. Welcome to ARL Pro-Am Championship at Donington. Glad to have you here. I am Willie Owens, you're watching Woes, and hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Just gonna take a minute here and you guys can watch the practice as I post some links in a few places. Hope everyone's having a great day. Again, we're just still setting up at the moment. Currently riding with B. Morgan in the number 7 BMW. I believe Mr. Morgan was in the Honda last week and came in first place. Looking for, let's see if Mr. Gamble is in the house. Not seeing Mr. Gamble just yet. Oh, there he is. I found him. He's currently in the pits, not showing him. There he is in the BMW. I believe he was our pole sitter last week. There's Harper. Bit of some misfortune earlier in the race last week, but he's definitely a contender in today's race. Another contender is Marcus Berggren. They're driving the Bentley. It is Memorial Day here in America. A lot of picnics and family things going on today in the middle of a Sunday afternoon. Actually do have some noise outside. Luckily it's not too hot, so I'm able to have my windows closed, but otherwise you'd be able to hear the lawnmowers going on outside. So about 1 minute left in the free practice. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna switch to a pre-recorded gift that we were given earlier. Basically the driver's meeting and what was going over in the driver's meeting today, just so the actual people, viewers, could get a little understanding of the rules of a league race. If you're interested in league racing, this might give you some perspective on what are the rules, what is expected to me of myself driving on a league race, or actually any track in sim racing. Pretty good rules, I think. I'm gonna switch screens here any second. Marcus, he's going to go over the driver's briefing, something new this week. He's going to go over track safety, pitting, and I think you should watch, if you hadn't made the driver's briefing and you're watching now, this is a great summary of what you should be just doing at this place, ARL, Amateur Racing League, but every place you race, you should be thinking about, always thinking about gaps, deltas, uh, driving back on track in an unsafe nature, because you don't want to impair other people's race. Here we go with Marcus. Marcus, take it away.
Exit the pit lane if there are cars coming. You need to watch the traffic to ensure this applies to both qualifying and race. In the race, the car on the track surface is the one that has priority, not the car coming out of the pit exit. Regarding qualifying, I will remind you again. It's split qualifying. AM drivers go out at the start of the session.
The driver's briefing, great summary. ARL, you race, you should deltas, safe nature. Marcus, take it away.
Welcome to this week's driver briefing ahead of round 3 at Donington Park. There has not been any new feedback on the driver briefings or any other things related to the league, so let's begin. Right, so the first point is the pit exit is probably the worst in all of ACC. When you exit the pit, you end up in the path of the racing line through turn 1. It is of utmost importance that when you exit the pits that you check for oncoming cars through the last turn and onto the start-finish straight. Do not exit the pit lane if there are cars coming. You need to watch the track map to ensure that you're free to get out in space. This applies to both qualifying and race. In the race, the car on the track surface is the one that has priority, not the car coming out of the pit exit. Regarding qualifying, I will remind you again, it's split qualifying. AM drivers go out at the start of the session. At min 13, meaning between 13:00 and 12:00, you are to finish your lap and return to the pits as soon as possible. After 12:00, meaning 11xx, the pro drivers enter the track to do their qualifying laps. Please leave space between each car. Look at the delta on the MFD so that you can see how far behind and ahead the other cars are, so you can adjust accordingly on the outlap. As a rule, leave space to the car in front. If everyone does this, everyone will have space. If someone doesn't do this, that someone will end up in traffic and not be able to get a good run. That's their own fault. Just like last week, a valid pit stop requires you to refuel. However, tire change is optional. You have to actively uncheck tires on the MFD to not change tires. On Thursday, we had a few instances of unsafe rejoining and one whom were aiming for a car in retaliation. I do want to reiterate that this is an amateur league for beginners and mistakes are bound to happen. However, unsafely rejoining is not a skill issue. Look at a delta, look at your track map. Make sure that you can enter the track without causing a collision if you go off. If you spin, hold your brakes to make sure you are more predictable to oncoming cars. If you can, you may want to roll off the circuit, just don't roll across the circuit. As always, there's points in just finishing the race. If you are involved in a crash, go to pits, get repairs done, and go back out and finish the race. Every lap counts towards your experience bank that you carry with you going forward. Reminder about blue flags. If you are blue flagged, you are to stay predictable and on the racing line, but do not actively defend. Let the lapping car coming through make the move, and when they do, you give them space to complete the move. If you have a faster car behind you, who are a lap down because of an accident or something else, you will not be blue flagged and you just go on with your race as normal. We're all here to learn and become better racers. Let's build a community where we encourage each other both to learn from our mistakes and credit our progress. Let's race. Welcome.
All right. Sorry about there was a minor problem with the audio, but I think we squared that away. And now on to the race. Thank you very much, Marcus, for doing that. Pretty sharp young man. Glad to have him on the broadcast. Also, he does a good job with the adminning, and I'm sure ARL is very happy to have him doing as such. Deals with people in a very professional, orderly way, and as you saw by the video, has a very good way of explaining things. So let's bring our volume back up And back to the track. They're in qualifying right now, and the amateur group is out on the track. Let's take a look. There's the overall grid right now. See, the amateurs are... One of the amateurs hasn't taken the track yet, but you have 1 to 12 have put in laps. While they're getting their laps in, what I'd like to do is take some time and do a quick go-over of the standings after last week. Here we have the breakdown of the Pro and Amateur series. This is the Pro series. Your leader after two races, with 105 points is, see if I can blow this up a little bit so you can see it better. Juan Stander with 105, followed by Blake Morgan. Your third column would be the wins. Blake Morgan has 1 win, 2 races, followed by Ozcan with 100 points. And Marcus Jones, Flip Van Zyl with 95, Jack Brooks with 94, Tim Smee with 87, Uwe Tholen with 84, Marcel Sima with 83, and rounding out the top 10 is Marcus Berggren. See, trailing behind outside the top 10 is Buckley, Harper, Gamble. Both had some tough luck last week, especially Harper and Gamble, who we expect to see move up quite a bit. Buckley was in, I believe, the second group, is now in the first group. And you can see why, because he's already 11th in points. So, that's your pro group. Here's your amateur group. First is Harley Williams with 90 points. Richard Oakes with 89. Liam Smith with 84. Rozulski with 79. Nathan Follows 76, tied with Aldo Rossi with 76. Lee Quiminer with 72 points, tied with Glenn Smith with 72, followed by Simon Jones 71, Stacy Ellis 67, Jose Torres with 67, Rowan with 67, Evans 58, and James Cutsworth 44. Those are your top 10 drivers for both the amateur and the pro. As far as events goes, thought I had that screen up. I'm not seeing it. Let's see, events. This is today's events. It's at Dyington. The next week's event will be at Silverstone, followed by Zolder and Spa. Hope everyone's having a great day. I see we have 5 viewers, not bad. I haven't really advertised it too much at many places this week. But, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend. We might not have quite as many viewers because some of the American audience might be busy today. But what viewers we have today, we sure appreciate that you're here and viewing. Please hit that sub button or the thumbs up if you can, whether you're watching the replay or watching live. So now, winding down is the amateur grouping, and it looks like right now A. Rossi is really good. We have two Audis, first and second right now, but A. Rossi has by far the best time of 128.295, followed by, whoa, a little spin out by the 911 of Cutsworth, who's pushing it hard because he's currently third. There's Ellis. I see there's no Lamborghini this week. I didn't keep up on like suspensions or issues, any of that kind of thing that went on during the week. Or if people were sitting out or not racing this week. Another spin out, almost in the same identical spot. That's a tough corner right there, where 69 just spun off track. Matthew Gamble says, hopefully I'll have my internet sorted out now. I hope so too, for your sake, Oscar, because I think you were slated for a top 3 possibly easily last week, and it was a tough go for you. I'm just responding to Matthew Gamble's comment in chat. He was our first chatter of the day. Last week he had some early issues with his internet, and he actually ended up having to disconnect because he was all over the place. I would suggest definitely when it comes time your turn to qualify and race, turn Chrome off. Turn it off. Let's go, says Golf Coaster. Let's go. And I do see the 88 Lamborghini of R. Julie has made it. I would. All right, Golf Coaster. Thank you. I'm also I like to see a Lambo in the race, so I'm kind of glad the Lambo has showed up. We're getting ready now for the Group 1 to take the track. So it looks like Rossi has the pole for Group 2. There's still a couple guys still on the track though. I think they have down to 12-minute mark. Everybody spins out in that same place. Look where 911 is on the track, guys. If you're watching that right now, remember the very top of the track is very tricky. And I've watched, I don't know how many drivers take it too hot through that area and go off track. We're waiting for two more drivers to finish their laps. We apologize again. Earlier when we ran a little segment with Marcus, we had to run it twice, and then I noticed I did an explanation of what happened, but I noticed my mic was off. But then I saved it. I ran the whole thing, And right now, the Lamborghini should not be parked there, right, blocking the pit exit. In my opinion, not to single out anyone, but you should treat sim racing like it's a real car and try to like come all the way around and pit just like you would in your real car. As you see, Miko Hino warming up his tires a little bit. He's on his out lap now. He has a very nice gap for himself. He is the 83 that will be showing up to the right on your mini map. You see he's got a nice gap behind him and a nice gap in front of him, so he's got like perfect positioning. Exactly what Marcus was suggesting during his driver's meeting. I'm gonna step away just for a minute, guys. Be right back. Just need a quick bio break. All right, and I'm back. Hope you're still here. Me here, you there. Let's have a great Sunday. It's been a very, very good racing Sunday today. F1 was at Monaco, and there's still the Indy 500 that's still going on right now. And of course, there's also something called the ARL Pro-Am Championship going on right now as well. Hello, Mr. Garcia. Thank you so much for stopping in. And also, Grow Fish. I know Fish is in the race, I believe. I imagine it's the same Fish that G Fish in the 101 McLaren. Wish you guys a great race today. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello. We spent a lot of time with Hino, and we're gonna switch drivers right now. I left him on when I took my little bio break, and let's take a look at Ozcan. This guy has done a great job. He's been steady Eddie on the track. I've been watching him quite a bit, and this guy's a solid racer. 277 Audi. He's one to keep an eye on. We had some really steady guys in both groups make it up. Not that they were the fastest guys, but they were very steady. And there's a couple guys like that. One was, I think, was Jay Standard in a 67 Porsche. He was one. He's just super steady. He's not the fastest guy in his group, but he just keeps it on the track. And that's a big thing in racing. Also, another guy like that was R. Oaks in the 62 Aston Martin. Another guy that just very steady driver, stays out of trouble. And he's not the he's not the fastest guy, but he is racing with a lot of headiness. Was it 67? You saw 67 was just off track there. Number 67 is searching. I don't know all the cars. I'm still learning. Who was 67? That was Standard. We just talked about. If now is the time to go off track, it would be during qualify. That would be the time to do it, rather than during the race. A lot of these guys are probably pushing very hard for good times. Some of them got their first lap in, and now they're, trying to push for better times. But I have to say this: Abe Rossi, who qualified with Group 2, his time is still holding for 3rd place. L. Smith, his time holding still for 7th place. Cutsworth, 9th, and 11th is Rozolski. Rozolski. I'll never get with that guy about his name pronunciation. I don't want to be butchering everyone's names, but try to do my best here. Z Juno said, "Did you forget about names?" Yes, I did. I did 100% forgot about the names. I need a secretary. That's what happens, folks. When you get a little older, you start forgetting things. I wonder if I could do it. Let me see if I could do it from in here. Options. HUD. Driver name tags. I have it. It says always on. I don't know why it's not showing up. Driver name tags always on. That's strange that it's not showing up. Unless there's another setting somewhere else that I am missing. So I didn't forget after all. So it looks like Harper Harper looks like he might just get the pole this week with a 127.1. We have 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, so there's still time. But Harper has come ready this time. We'll have to figure out with someone's help during the week why that's not showing up. The name above the cars. That's strange. Unless there's another setting somewhere else that I'm missing. Because actually, I had in another league people complain about it, but I really like it because I think it's great for the viewer. I think it's great for the viewer. It's also very good for the broadcaster as well. And it really helps with learning the names in the cars. See, 67 has a little off-track adventure there. A lot of cars in the pits. 7 seconds left. There we go. This gentleman still got a really good lap going. He's up. He's up in time. 4th. We have a wait time going. Let's see if he could place higher. He lost quite a bit of time there, unfortunately. He's gaining time back. He's gaining time back. Here he comes, 15 seconds. Not enough. He did gain 20 point 20 on his overall time, but it just wasn't enough to move him up. Van Zyl also is up in time. He's currently running 5th. And he did take a little bit off his time, but he's still 5th. Good last minute tries by both of those drivers. Marcus says, hello everyone. Give it up to that pole lap by Blake Morgan. Yeah, good job. I mean, under pressure comes through and knocks Harper off the pole. I kind of missed that because I was trying to I missed when that happened because someone asked about the tags over the cars. And I was trying to investigate that, and for some reason it's not showing up. We'll have to deal with that during the week. So there it is. Morgan will be starting first, followed by Harper, then Gamble, 4th Ozcan, 5th Van Zyl, 6th Rossi, 7th Smee, 8th Cooper, 9th Smith, SEMA is 10th. 11th is Cutsworth. Hino is 12th. Rosalinsky 13th. Standard 14th. Strange that all these cars have the same driver's suit. That's weird. Buckley, something's wrong with my settings or something. It should be, each one of these guys should have a different suit. H. Williams in 16th. Berggren 17th. Irvin in 18th. Herzog in 19th. Torres in 20th. G Fish in the 101 21st. He just chimed in on the chat a moment ago. D Evans 22nd. Oaks 23rd. I think that might be a new name. I don't recognize that name from last week. Weaponar 24th. Julie in the Lambo in 25th. Rowan in 26th. Smith in 27th. 28th is Ellis. 29th is Brooks. And I feel like we're missing a few. I don't see Big Game James Parks on here. Seems to be missing. We're missing a couple drivers. Not sure what's happened. We're about to get going here with 9 concurrent viewers. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Also, thank you on behalf of Amateur Race League, which is having a very good season so far. This will be their 3rd race, and they've had very good turnouts. And every race, I hate to jinx it, but every race has been a really good starts. Let's hope that continues. Let's hope they continue with the good starts. Hopefully the volume's okay and everything's coming through fine on the screen. Here we go! Let's go racing! Whoa, we got 3 wide, almost 4 wide there. Wow. 3 wide again. Some aggressive starts in the beginning, but hey, you gotta go. Oh boy, really aggressive on some couple drivers' parts. I sure wish I had that name tag right over the head. There's Buckley tied in with the Williams. Just in front of them is Gamble. It looked like Irvin then went off track just a little bit there. I think it was Irvin. Boy, wow. Those cars are really close. 42, and the Bentley took a little hot through there, but he was able to get on the brakes pretty well. Let's take a look at the front, how the front's sorting out. There's Morgan, followed by Harper, followed by Van Zyl. And running in 4th, and that white Cooper, and he did really go for it at the beginning there. It was either him or the other white car behind. He really went for it, and he made up 4 spots. He started 8th. He's currently running in 4th. The big dropper in a lot of this was Ozcan, who lost 6 places, and Gamble lost 9 places. Movers and shakers. Oaks dropped back 4. See, he's trying to take a position back from that Porsche. There's a 97 of Ellis. And we have the Lambos doing some sandbox play. Now he's mowing the lawn a little bit. Back on track, revving it up. And now Rowan is off. We have a couple early yellows, no big incidents though. which is good. We don't want to see those incidents. It's possible what caused Oaks to move back so far is that there was a possible contact between Oaks and the 911 of Cutsworth. I do not have a replay on that. Sorry about that. Not sure why we're getting no replays. As you see, Cooper continues to move up. Big story of this race. Cooper has moved up 6 positions. While he's moving up, Morgan is just pulling away. There's 2 through 4, and here's Morgan way up here by himself. Lonely at the top. While these guys are racing, that's just great for Harper, because if these guys all race each other hard, Morgan is just going to drive away. The more they race, the better it is for him. So there's been a lot of jostling between 2 through 6. Here's Irvin. Irvin's back up and going. I don't think that was Irvin earlier. I said it might have been Irvin. That wasn't Irvin. It was not a McLaren. Irvin's currently up 4 positions. Hino has dropped 7 positions. They're at the back. They're having a rough time of it. Rowan's down 3. Julie down 3. We have a off car here. G. Smith, that smart looking painted McLaren. And up on him any second is going to be Julie. Evans is now off. The big mover right now is Jay Brooks. As you see, that was the 720 of Rossellini off. Brooks has moved up 12 positions. Comes back in a nice clean fashion. Found a nice gap on the track to rejoin. But here's Brooks. That's what we were talking about before. Go Brooks, go in this Audi. Number 47 Audi has made up 13 spots. It's about to put a pass on Irvin. Irvin kind of moves out of the way. I'm sure Brooks appreciated that. You could tell at the... Oh, Brooks just got a little... Irvin just got a little loose there. But you could tell... Brooks is definitely feeling it. He's moving up. There's your leader. B. Morgan in number 7 BMW. Cooper holding on to second. Makes you wonder Cooper started 8th. It makes you wonder, like, where would Cooper be if he had a better qual? Hot on his trail is Harper. Driving with in-car cam of Harper right now. He's in the 132 McLaren. And he definitely is pushing Cooper pretty hard. Also want to thank all these drivers for checking in. Matthew Gamble, Gulf Coaster, Diego Garcia, Fish, Zijuno, Berggren Racing, Brooker Gaming. Some of these guys you might want to check out. They have their own channels that they stream on. Some stream racing. Some I know Brooker streams a bunch of different games. I watched him a few times. I think I subbed him just last week, and he's always playing different kinds of games. See, Harper's hungry to make that pass, but at the same time being very careful. We got number 74. 74's off. Jay Torres, he's back going again. Earlier, 69 of Smith and the 8 of Rossi got together. Let's take a look, see what happened with these guys. Just checked them from behind. Then the 420, the 720, and the 42 of Irwin. Let's take a look, see what happened with them. Oh boy! The 720 basically got turned there. And then there was also incident between the 101 of Fish and the 4 Mercedes of Wippener. Let's take a look at that. They're running side by side. I don't really see anything going on here. Nothing really there to look at. And it looks like also the 720 is having a tough time keeping it on the track. 720 and the 88 got together. Just show it. It's not showing anything. And now the 720 and the 721 got together. That's Smith. Let's take a look at that. It looks like 720 is having a tough time out there today. Oh yeah, he just clipped the back end. He got loose and then clipped the back end of Smith. Tough break for Smith. So we're going to take a look from top to bottom now. Here's your leader, Morgan, have a very, very comfortable race. Just making it look easy. Cooper in second place. Followed by Harper. Van Zyl. Then Smee in the yellow. There he is, the 25 yellow BMW. followed by Rossi. So we have 1, 2, 3 Group 2 drivers in the top 10. That would be Rossi, Cutsworth, and L. Smith. And they're all running together. Well, pretty much together. I mean, you see there's Smith with both Cutsworth and Rossi in front of him. 2 Audis making a Porsche sandwich. Hello, Blood Wolf. How are you today? Hope you're having a great day. The 91 is off track. 91. I don't know if he just left because I'm not seeing 91 now. I swear that said 91. We're down to 28 racers. I think we started with 29, so someone just left. Hope you're having a great day today, Blood Wolf. Tor is having a little bit of a tough time today. I think right now when you fall that far behind, I think what the great thing to do is just keep it on the track. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just turn laps, clean laps, and eventually you'll gain positions. There's Standard. Standard is currently running behind Brooks. Brooks started 29th and is currently running 12th. Bubble says he's doing well. He decided to stop racing in this league because of time issues. I could understand that. Plus it's summer. You know, we're getting into summertime. I noticed there's no James Parks didn't race today, and also Uwe Tholen did not race today. We're currently driving from the car of Stefan Buckley. He's trailing the 67 of Standard. And in his mirror is H. Williams. Whoa, man, he went in there hot. That was close. Lost a lot of time, and now he's going to get passed by Williams. Maybe not. I think Williams has the outside. Oh, Williams backed off. Very, very courteous driving of Williams, because he could have easily pushed the issue there. Very, very well done, Mr. Williams. Cooper is off. Oh no, tragedy. Cooper is off. He was our second place driver. Harper is off. What's going on here? We have the two of the top 3 drivers off the track. Both Cooper and Harper. And Cooper's still off. He's just finally getting back on. Tough series of events for Cooper. And now he has Brooks all over, Brooks and Standard and Buckley all over the back of him. Can he gather himself? He fell 10 positions. Donnie. I don't know which one's Donnie. D. Evans? Donnie. There's Harper. There's also contact scenes between D. Evans and Oaks. Let's take a look, see what happened. Oaks is trying to go for the pass and just basically slam into the back of Evans. The 132 of Harper and the 255 of Cooper. Let's take a look at that. Oh, Donington, yes. Sorry about that. I'm not too fast on the uptake today. I'm kind of a slow brain day. Let's take a look at, see what happens between these two drivers. Harper and Cooper. And there it is. That's a bummer. Trying to get a better angle here. There we go. He tried to inside pass, but he didn't have the position. So that's a bummer. Oh, now look, all of a sudden, now we have the driver tag showing up over the car. Maybe they will stay up when I switch cameras. So, press V. Hello, Nikos. How are you today? Doing good. Morgan making a pass on Oaks, putting him a lap down. Yeah, I had them all the way up already. But when I go into a different view, it disappears. See? It only works in close-up view. When I change the camera to zoom out, it goes away. Hope you're doing well, Nikos. Glad to have you here. We have B. Morgan in first place with an 18-second gap. He's in a league of his own. Van Zyl in second. Smee in third. Remember, our first and second place drivers, which was Cooper and Harper, had to get together, and now they have fallen all the way back. Cooper is 12th and Harper is 7th. And look at this, you have the Group 2 driver of Cutsworth having a great run, is currently in 4th position. Fantastic job. I'm doing okay, Nikos. I guess it won't do me too good to complain. I had run into some issues I never had before. I worked very hard when I was a young person, and now all of a sudden last month or two I got a hernia problem, and I'm probably gonna have to go to the doctor because I know that's what it is, and I'm having a hard time even getting in and out of cars or getting up if I sit down in a low chair. So fortunately, I don't know, I might have to have an operation. I have a feeling. I've been putting it off going to the doctor because I know there's nothing they could do but operated on it. So You know, I worked really hard. I did a lot of really hard labeled jobs, like in my 20s, to work my way through college. I worked for stonemason, worked in warehouses at night. I did a lot of heavy lifting jobs, and it's starting to pay now. My body's starting to feel the toll, all that. But back to the race. Great job by Cutsworth. Ozcan running in 5th. Harper now is trying to recoup his positions. Pretty good recovery. He's currently in 6th and pressing Ozcan. Seventh is Smith. 8 is Rossi. 9th with heck of a run is Brooks. Brooks has moved up 20 positions in this race. So great job. M. Gamble, he was worried about his internet connection as he lives in Northern Ireland, he told me. He lives in Ireland and he has kind of a dodgy connection. But it looks like, by the looks of his bars, he's doing okay connection-wise. His car last week was doing a lot of stuttering. It's doing a little bit mildly, but it seems pretty good. And you can see, Gamble just, not Gamble, Brooks just stepped into the pits. Yeah, just Stefan today. Usually Uwe and also James Parks runs in this race. But James had computer issues last week, or internet issues, so he wasn't able to run. And I saw him on track at the beginning of the race, but he has disappeared right before the race started. Ooh, Seema's running awful slow. He's trying to get out of the way for Williams. Buckley's currently running in 11th. He's moved his way up 4 places, and he was really in a tight pack earlier, and he's able to, I guess, shed those drivers, and he's having a nice run for himself. Very clean. He is running 11th out of 28 drivers. I believe 29 started the race. And Harper now has moved into 4th place. Since we last looked, he actually got by Smith. But now people are going to start pitting as well. So we're just coming down to 34 minutes left. It's been a pretty exciting race so far. I have to say, the first race had a lot of incidents, but there's the starts. The starts in these races have been very, very good. And most of the races, the incidents, I would say, as usual, or due to like someone trying to not have position but take a pass going into a corner. As usually, that's generally the biggest. Usually that and people that come off track and hit in a car, usually those are the 2 biggest reasons. Whoa. That was close right there, but the 911 saw that he was being passed and made room. And that 911 decided to go into pits, which was probably a smart move. Cooper's got a yellow going for himself, and he's hopefully this now would be a good time for him in the pit. Does he pit? Yes, he does. Not sure what happened to him. Nico says since Stefan left the Porsche, he's doing very well with Lambo, BMW, and now he seems to do good with every car. I'm kind of glad that he switched from the BMW. I like to see him racing a different car than BMW. He's up 7 positions right now and currently in 8th. but he has not pit. This league is also a brand new league. This is their third race. So Stefan, as you see, gets by the slower car of Ellis. Morgan is staying out, still the leader of this race. He also has the fastest lap of the entire race as well. '28th place car right now is G Fish. Nico says, may I join next session or next season? How long is the current season? Well, I'm sure you probably could join whenever you wanted to join. I'm not sure exactly how they go about it, but I could put you in contact with them and also show you. Right now, I could show you the rest of their schedule. I'll put it right on the screen right now. So this week is Donington. Next week, Silverstone, which will be June 12th. June 19th will be Zolder. June 26th would be Spa. Then 2 races in July. That's the rest of their season. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more races. But I would say with 5 more races, I would say you still could easily join because this is only the 3rd race in. And they started out with like 49 cars and now they're down to 29. So there's definitely plenty of room. Is this a all right, is it, or if for some reason I don't if I don't PM you, here what I'll do is I'll put the link because I get very forgetful. There's the link right there to their SimGP. That's pretty much how you join. Also their Discord. I'll put a link to their Discord as well in chat. There's their Discord link. Anyone else that's interested, and you may be watching this replay later, or whenever, the Discord link will be in the live chat area. You could join their Discord and say, hey, I want to sign up. They have a whole bunch of different races going on. They have races in Assetto Corsa. They have races in also Automobilista and ACC. As far as I know, I'm not sure if they have anything going on in R Factor or not. You're welcome, bud. So we're going to do a quick rundown. Currently, number 1 is Harper. Keep in mind, Harper has yet to pit. Morgan has pitted. We'll get to him. Second right now is Smee, third, Smith, and then there's Morgan, who's pretty much dominated this race. As you see, he's already pitted, and he's running in the 7 BMW. Then Ozcan. Is Ozcan a Greek name, Nikos? Can you help me out with that? And also, do you think I'm pronouncing his name correctly? Ozcan? Is that right? If you're still there, Nikos. Sixth is Gamble. Seventh is Standard in the 67 Porsche, who is up 7 positions. Behind them, now look who's moving up. Still has to pit though. Still has to pit, but Marcus Berggren is up to 8th place now. Followed by Sima. Followed by Cutsworth. Hino, who had some earlier problems, and now he's up to 11th. But he hasn't pitted yet, so. Turkish name, maybe. But Ozcan does that sound correct? There's so many new names for me. I'm at, like, 12th is Van Zyl. Smith has just gone to the pits. Brooks, who has moved up 16 positions, is running to 13th right now and has pitted already. Just a great run by Brooks. This is a name I struggle with for some reason. Rozolski. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Rozolski in the 720 McLaren, followed by Rossi, who has started 6th, currently running 15th. Then Williams started 16th, running 16th. Oaks, who also had a couple misfortunes the prior 2 races, not so many proportions, but he still has moved up 6 positions. Followed by Cooper. Cooper's already pitted, and he's trying to move his way up. Keep in mind, Cooper was your 2nd place driver until him and Harper got together. Rozolski just went in the pits. The Lamborghini of Julie, who has yet to pit, running in 19th. 20th is W. Irvin. Hot on his tails is the 5th place of Gamble, but Gamble has not yet to pit either. You see Julie went off track there. 21st is Webinar. And fresh out of the pits, I believe, is Buckley, who's running 22nd. He'll move up once the pits cycle through. He's trying to get by... Who's that in front of him? That's Smith, who was in 11th. I don't think Smith is just going to move out of the way there because... Smith is currently running 11th. Whoa! I'm not even sure what happened there. Oh, wow. What's going on with Buckley's car? We don't know. Not sure what happened there. Now he's in the pits. And there's no replay on that unless I go into replays. The 74 car has left the race. Yeah, that was a bummer for Stefan. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like a little bit of lag going on there. The 911 of Cutsworth and also the 4 had to get together. See what happened between them. Just a minor tap. The 88 and the 101 also had to get together. Let's see what happened here. Wow, that looks like lag. That's a definitely a lag issue right there. '83 of Hino and the 97 of Ellis. Spins back on track. It's not showing any contact. And it looks like Buckley. I don't think Buckley's gonna, we might not see him again. We're clicking down to 21.5 minutes. I don't think we're gonna see much to Buckley today again, unfortunately. It looked like a lag issue. I'm not sure. Brooks, Buckley. Let's take a look, see what happened. Everything looks fine. You see the car in front of him kind of had a little bit, two cars in front of him had a little weird wiggle there. On the brakes hard here. See the, looks like, I think it, what was that? I'm not sure who that is. He looks like he tried to go into the pits and then changed his mind. I have no idea what happened there. But luckily it didn't, luckily there was no other cars around. Now let's catch up. In Dutch names, Van Zyl, for example, V is pronounced like a F, so it's Van Zyl. Interesting. Harper's in first now. Where's Morgan? Harper still has not yet to pit. He still has not pitted. He's got free and open ground in front of him. And now Harper, you see, has the fastest lap of the race. Look at that, the 127.750. Take that, Morgan. So now that he's got open ground, man, he's just going for it. Morgan has to get by Smee. There they are, right there. There's the 7 of Morgan. And just ahead of him, you see, is Smee in the yellow. Now down to 18.5 minutes. Just want to take this time to thank everyone for viewing this broadcast. I've had quite a few commenters, people checking in, coming and going. Really appreciate the comments. Breaks up the conversation for me. I enjoy having comments in the stream and the interactions. Also, thank you everyone that had thumbs up the video, and of course anyone that shares the video. That's just a plus. Really appreciate that. And so far the clicks have been very good on this league. We've gotten a lot of clicks and a lot of watch time. I'm happy with that. And I know for a fact that the admins of this league are also appreciative of interest that you might be taking in their league. They have like three or four admins that I know of that work very hard to maintain the league and put a lot of time and effort. As you see, Morgan's trying to put the pass on Smee. And be gentle here. There's Morgan. We're going to stay with this battle for right now. And right on top of them is Cooper. Cooper. Smee hits the pits. Now Morgan and Cooper. Cooper was originally the first 5 laps. He was your second place driver. Then him and Harper had a connect. Whose fault is who? I don't know. Not my call. But you see Morgan smartly, very smart of Morgan to let Cooper by there rather than risk any touches or issues. Smart driving. I like it. Mr. Morgan gets the golden ticket today. I don't often hand out the golden ticket too often, but Morgan, that was a smart move. What's it going to hurt him to let Cooper by? Because Cooper was going to continue to press him. And it's just not worth the risk when you're leading and have such a big lead. I like when people drive smart. But Cooper was very much in a hurry to get by Morgan, but now all of a sudden he's lost his pace. We'll see in the next lap whether Cooper is able to pull away or not, but at the same time, will he be holding up Mr. Morgan? You see, Ozcan is in second place, 4 seconds behind Morgan. But he has not pitted yet. Also, Gamble has yet to pit. There's Gamble. Oaks has not yet to pit. Oaks has had a little bit rougher race than he has the last 2, and hopefully he hangs in there. He's still up 6 positions, so I mean that's a success right there. But runoffs, sometimes it's better to slow down a little bit. Runoffs cause issues. Like, you get enough runoffs, no matter how fast you are, you're gonna find yourself falling back. But 6 positions up, he's doing a great job. The guy that's had a little heartache here, though, is Rozalski, who has dropped 6 positions and currently in 19th. But when some of the guys in front of him that pit, he's going to move up a little bit. We're clicking down to 13 and a half minutes left. It's been a really good race. Oh, Buckley's back on the track. Buckley is back on the track. Good for him. I'd like to see that too. Don't give up. I like that don't give up mantra. Keep racing. Real life races in general, they'll keep racing. The car is running in good shape. They'll keep on the track and they'll learn and test on a hot track. Because why not take the time? You're already allocated the 2 hours of race time. Why not take that time to practice? G. Smith is off. Currently running 24th. He's up 3 positions. I'm not going to be able to remember this now. I have to just learn everything I know. Fanzile is currently 11th, if that's the correct way of pronouncing it. I've been saying Van, like when you learn things a certain way, it's hard to unlearn them. So like the group Van Halen, does that mean I was supposed to say Van Halen? That just feels goofy. Gamble still has not to pit yet. Currently running in third. Harper in fourth. Harper's closing in on Oaks. For some reason, Evans just typed in no. I'm not sure what he was saying no to, but Nerf Gamer asks a question. He says, if they don't pit, do they get penalized? Yes, there's a time penalty at the end of the race. I don't remember off the top of my head the exact time penalty. So I'm sorry for that, but maybe somebody after the race is over will post that. You see, Buckley is struggling to get by the slower Evans, and maybe that's what Evans typed in no about. I don't know. Good question. Like, is Evans keeping Buckley from passing? Also, Bloodwolf says people switch car. Morgan was, yes, you're allowed one car switch during the season in this series. He was in a Honda last week. Buckley trying hard to get by the Evans. Buckley definitely has more speed. Oh, wow. There's Evans. Evans just made a mistake. Buckley, oh, unfortunately, he had to swerve to miss, so he couldn't get his speed. So now he's going to have to wait even longer. Just ahead of them is Marcus Berggren in the 993. There's your leader now, Morgan. Harper has pitted, but what a great job. Harper stayed out for a very, very long time. And he was all the way back to, like, I don't know, 12th or 14th at one point. He was second and third with Cooper, and Cooper and Harper got into it at, like, I think lap 7, something like that. And they both fell way back. Well, Harper, what a run. What a terrific run by Harper to make it all the way back to second place. Wow, well done. Really well done. Another star of this race, Jay Cutsworth, currently running 4th and has moved up 7 positions. He is your highest Group 2 driver. He's in the amateur group, which is you see in, if you look on the standings, I'll show you right here. Evans just got a DT. If you look at the standings, all the drivers in red are Group 2 drivers, considered amateur in this series. All the ones, when you see the number, they're looking at their number and it's white in the block where their number is. That means they're part of Group 1. Oh, wow. And as I'm praising Cutsworth, he just goes off. Time is just ticking away on this race. We just passed the 7.5 minute marker. See Smith coming up quickly on Cutsworth. And right behind Smith is Ozcan, who wants to get by because Ozcan is on a different lap. So the blue flag is waving for Smith at the moment as the number 5 driver of Ozcan wants to desperately get by and challenge. He wants to get by so he could challenge Cutsworth. Will Smith, yeah, Smith lifted off there to let him by. I'm sure Ozcan's thinking right now, I wish he did that sooner. But at least he did let it go. Now Ozcan, we'll see if Ozcan can hunt down Cutsworth. See Cutsworth just ahead of him, 2.7 seconds. So Morgan in first. Is a 19-second gap over Harper. And Harper has a very nice gap going for herself over Smee. Followed by Cutsworth in the 911. And he just gets together with a, I believe that's a lap car of, I don't know who that was. That was the 70. The lap car 70 of Herczeg. Tragedy. That's a, oh man, that's tough. That's really tough for Cutsworth, who lost 2 positions. Let's see if we can take a look at exactly what happened there. Okay, there you see the BMW. It looked like he was just, there wasn't room there. He tried to get through there, and there wasn't room. Remember, passer always has to pass cleanly. So now Ozcan has 4th to himself. He was 8 seconds behind Smee with 4.5 minutes left. You have Morgan first. That's Buckley behind Morgan. Harper in second. Smee in third. Ozcan in 4th. Gamble also, fantastic run for Gamble. As though you see his connection has turned red, but it seems pretty stable. You see Smith giving him plenty of room. See his car is kind of doing this wonky movement, but he looks like he's going to be good. He only has, 3 minutes, a little under 4 minutes to make it through, and he'll have himself a nice finish. Cutsworth is in 6th. He's got his wipers on. Good thing he's got those wipers going. Yes, he has a very high ping rate. He's from Northern Ireland. They're very aware of his ping rate. Hino's going to lose positions as he has not pitted yet. And he might get a penalty like you're just talking of. If he doesn't pit at all, he's going to get hit with a penalty. Brooks. What can I say about Brooks? Brooks currently running in 9th place. And he is the big winner today. This guy, what a great run. He gained... Started 29th. He started 29th and now he's running 9th. Smith running 10th. 11th. Rossi running 10th. Sema in 12th. Williams in 13th. Marcus Berggren running in 14th. He's moved up 3 positions. Cooper in 15th. He looks like he's pushing Berggren pretty hard for 14th. Just in front of them is Williams. Both those positions, or both those are for position. There he goes. Berggren gives up the inside. Oh wow! He pushed out just the BMW pushed out a lot, but Berggren had just given enough room, so they made it through all right. Hino did pit. He's coming out of the pit with a minute and a half left. He lost quite a few positions while he was in the pit. And now he ran wide off the grass, which is going to cost him even more time. Jay Standard in 16th. Irvin and Roswald Oaks. Can Cooper get by Williams? Cooper's just moving up, trying to gain some points. He is in the white 255 BMW. There's 33 seconds left. He's going for the position, and Williams just made plenty of room instead of defending his position. Maybe he thought the leader was behind him. Ten seconds left. Leader is now on the final lap. It's going to be a race now between Berggren and Williams, I think. There's Berggren. You see Williams, the black car, just ahead of him. Hino is off track, went off track. Standard is gaining quite a bit of time on Hino because of Hino's off-roading. See, there, Standard just came into view right there, and we'll see if he can catch him. It's within 2 seconds. Rosali's off track. I think he was just moving for faster car. There we go. Morgan's got the win. Harper second. Harper's coming across now, followed by Smee. Smee's easily got third. Ozcan's gonna, unless anything major happens, easily fourth. Gamble, great job by Gamble. But he does have a lap car in front of him. And then, oh no, there's contact there. Cutsworth just behind. Keep an eye on this. Gamble's got it. Brooks in 7th. Followed by Van Zyl, Rossi, Smith, Sema. Cooper with a nice rebound coming in 12th. Berggren 13th. Hino 14th. Irvin 15th. Rosalinsky, not a bad finish for all the off tracking. Oaks 17th, finished 6 positions up. big thing is but Brooks, who finished 7th, up 22 positions. Evans 18th, Wappener 19th, Julie 20th, Smith, G. Smith 21st, G. Fish 22nd, here Herczeg 23rd, and Buckley 29th. Wow, that was some race, really. I would say it was a very good race. And really appreciate all the views, all the chat. Nerf Gamer, thanks for stopping by. Blood Wolf, Nikos, Brooker 0013, Berggren Racing, Marcus, thank you so much. Also, Fish stopped by, Juno, Tiago Garcia, Matthew Gamble, Gulf Coaster 210, and thank you all so much for the thumbs ups and all that. This has been a broadcast of ARL Pro-Am Championship from Donington on Sunday, May 29th, 2022. Amazing. Just really amazing that May is already gone. 2 more days. And I hope you all enjoyed your May. Hope you enjoy your June. I've enjoyed doing these broadcasts very much. Originally, I wasn't going to do them. Every Sunday, but so far I've enjoyed doing them, and I've been stuck home, so it's just worked out, and the races have been very enjoyable to watch. I hope everyone enjoys them as much as I have.
Green light, give it all you can. Hyundai Santa Fe versus Subaru Outback.
With that said, we'll see you next week. I'm Willie Owens. Thank you for visiting Woes.